Today's it gets real. Until now, we've been just vibing, talking electrons, sockets, chill stuff. But today we write. If you've been thinking this is some easygoing channel about electric stuff, well, buckle up. It's getting serious. If you haven't seen the previous episodes yet, do yourself a favor and go check them out. Not for the algorithm, sure, bonus, but for you. Otherwise, it's like jumping into Harry Potter Book 5. Let's start simple. Imagine you have a single point charge, a little dot with too few electrons. Now we throw it into an electric field. What happens? Surprise, there is a force acting on it. If it's positive, the field pushes it into one way. Negative, the other way. Because the basic relationship is F equals Q times E. Force equals charge times field intensity. For example, negative 2 microcoulombs times 500 volts per meter equals minus 1 millinewton. I'm drawing arrows here because this isn't just about magnitude. This is just a vector quantity. It has direction too. So where does the field even come from? Enter Coulomb. Basically the Newton of electricity, he said. If we have two charges, they attract or repel each other with a force defined by Coulomb's law, appropriately named after the guy himself. Force for Coulomb's law is here. Look. Force equals Coulomb constant times charge 1 times charge 2 divided by distance squared. So, for example, the force between these two charges equals this large number times minus 3 microcoulombs times 2 microcoulombs divided by 0.05 squared, and this equals 21.57 newtons. Now let's talk about the signs. What does the sign in the formula actually tell us? Simply put, if the charges have the same polarity, both positive or both negative, the resulting force is repulsive. If they are opposite, one positive, one negative, they attract each other. This comes directly from the Coulomb's law. The direction of the force depends on the signs of the charges and how they are positioned relative to each other. So, bigger charge, stronger force. Smaller distance, also stronger force. Basically, classic reality show logic. Massive egos pull up in drama. A quick side note. Let's talk about how charge spreads out in space. Sometimes we can talk about surface charge density, or we can talk about volume charge density. The calculation is easy. The surface density is only charge divided by surface, and for volume density is charge divided by volume. That weird symbol is permittivity. It describes how much the material resists or allows electric field to form inside it via polarization. Air has one value, vacuum another, and glass something completely different. Heads up, relative permittivity is not your dating profile stat, but it affects how well the field flows through the material. Important. Relative permittivity depends on the material. Has no unit. Absolute permittivity equals relative permittivity times permittivity of vacuum, which does have a unit, farad per meter. Let's see, vacuum has a relative permittivity of 1, air 1.0006, and glass ranges from 4 to 19 depending on the type. The absolute permittivity of vacuum is this very small number, and the rest you calculate by multiplying the relative permittivity times this very small number. Drop your answers in the comments if you are feeling spicy. But yeah, the numbers are tiny. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, I don't know, 6 minutes maybe, what this whole video is really about. The electric field. You can imagine an electric field as a web of invisible force lines showing how a charge would behave in that space. Is the region around a charge where electric forces act. Closer means stronger. Its main property, intensity, labeled E. It's the force per unit charge. Basically, how electric is this point in space? Here are 3 types of electric fields. Point charge. Field radiates evenly in all directions, or between 2 plates, like a capacitor. Field is uniform and lines are parallel, or multiple charges. Field lines combine, interact, cancel, or reinforce. Chaos. And yep, electric fields store energy. Take a capacitor, for example. We'll dive deeper into that in another video. For now, just know that energy equals charge times voltage. Now, some philosophy. When I say the word potential, what comes to mind? Like, this student has potential if he tries. Same vibe in electricity. Potential tells you how much work you could get out of placing a charge there. It's like an electric version of altitude. Heads up, there are regions in the field where all points share the same potential, like on these ugly circles. They are called equipotentials. Moving along them means zero work. It's like walking on flat ground. No uphill, no out of breath drama. And the difference between 2 potentials? Voltage. That's the one you've probably heard of. Voltage is just the difference in potential. We've got 2 symbols floating around. V for voltage and U for Unterschied. Sorry Germans, I don't speak German well. Use whichever makes your heart happy. But I'm sticking with you. Unit, volt. Anyone using V as a variable for voltage is about to clash with math teachers, because something like V equals 3V makes their eye twitch. Oh, and while we are on units, do you know what an electron volt is? It's the energy of electron gains when it moves through 1 volt of potential. So 1 eV equals 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19 of joules. Not something you casually drop in the coffee shop conversation, but in physics it's fire. Electric displacement? Sounds mysterious, right? But stick with me. It's denoted D with unit Coulomb per square meter. Imagine 2 plates with a material sandwiched in between. One plate gets positive charge, the other negative. While electric field intensity E tells you how strong the field feels inside the space, displacement D tells you how much charge you have to stick on the plates to even create that field. Sounds magical, but it's just math. Displacement equals permittivity times intensity. And finally, the grand finally, as you are tired. But never mind. Gauss law. It says the total electric flux through a closed surface equals charge inside divided by permittivity. And what even is electric flux? Electric flux is a measure of the number of electric field lines passing through a surface, not a flow, but an integrate field strength over area. Sounds boring? Well, this law is pure wizardry. It can tell you the field around a sphere without solving integrals. Yeah, integrals are coming, but not today. That's it. Electric field. From force all the way to Gaussian sorcery. And we are just getting started. Next time, we are talking magnets. Yes, magnets are deeply tied to electricity. Until then, may your energy flow freely. And please don't touch the wires.